is now Christmas Eve the 8th. Good morning, boss. Cthulhu opens his eyes. This time he is not being smothered with a pillow. Can I ask you something, boss? This early in the morning? No. But it's about you. I'm listening. How'd you get your own game? Two, actually. There's also Cthulhu Saves the World. I've been trying to pitch developers on Baba Yaga's Poultry Tycoon, but no one's greenlighting it. And no wonder, that's a terrible name for a video game. Just look at Cthulhu Saves Christmas. Cthulhu is me, so it's awesome. Everyone likes saving things, and Christmas? Ka-ching! So it's all just one big money grab where you pick popular words and string them together? Not quite, you still need a great elevator pitch. Nobody wants to tycoon chickens, but a dating sim where everyone's a rooster or a chicken? Now that would sell. And you could use the same portraits for all of the chickens and save money on asset production. Nobody would even notice. The right people would notice. A catchy name, a non-existent budget, and a bizarre concept are your tickets to video game stardom. But I want my video game to be good. Sorry, I wasn't listening. My agents just landed me a starring role in a new pachinko game. I'll be going now, boss. Good talk. I think Alicia LaSalle from Cosmic Star Heroine is in town. Maybe she could offer pointers. That's that other game that's not Cthulhu Saves the World, but it's by these same people. That's it for today. This voice from beyond demands that you go to sleep. It is now Christmas Eve the 9th. Okay, so I can go talk to Baba. And I cannot talk to Crystal or the mall person again yet. So let's start off with talking to Baba. We'll probably get to talk to her twice because we were able to talk to the other characters twice as well. And then we'll figure out what to do after the options run out. Cthulhu decides to spend some time with Baba Yaga. Hey boss, I wanted to show you something. Baba leads Cthulhu to a small hut on the outskirts of town. Ta-da! It's my house. Isn't it cool? It's just a hut. Now, it's just a hut, but I've been working hard on it, and it won't stay that way forever. What do you have in mind? I'm going to turn it into the world's very first living chicken hut. So it's a hut that also clucks at you? That's weird. No, it's not for chickens. The hut itself will be part chicken. But why? Who would possibly want that? Who wouldn't? All the loyalty of a chicken and the long legs of a chicken, all in the comfort of your own home. Just imagine it, boss. You'll wake up in the morning and your house has already laid an egg and made you your breakfast. Or what if you want to travel? Just say the word to your house and it'll stand up and walk you there. I'm going to make a fortune selling these things. There's only one problem. I can think of a lot of problems, but which one do you have in mind? I only have a regular hut now. All my attempts to turn it into a chicken hut have failed. That's where you come in. With your powers, we could crack this egg. What do you say? Infusing a chicken brain into a hut is such a bad idea that I can't help but want to participate. I'm in. Yay! Did you hear that, Cluck Cluck? We're gonna make you a chicken hut friend for you. After their discussion, Baba decides to clean up around the hut and discovers a useful piece of equipment hidden in the mess. Cthulhu got an eggy dress. This armor for Baba gives her bonus chicken power at the start of combat. That actually sounds pretty good. It is now Christmas Eve the 10th. We'll talk to her again. Cthulhu decides to spend some time with Baba Yaga. Baba hands Cthulhu a flask full of boiling red liquid. Shake this vigorously, but don't spill any on your skin. Now the only thing I want to do is spill it on my skin. It's very explosive right now, so you better not. Let me know when it changes color. It turned green. That shouldn't be happening. Try spitting in it. Now it's yellow. Oh, that should work. Quick, give me the flask. Cthulhu hands Baba Yaga the flask, which she then pours onto the side of her hut. This should do it. My hut should now have the brain of a chicken. It's not doing anything. Of course it's not doing anything, it's a hut. They don't do anything. But when we add chicken legs... And how are you going to do that? Chop off some chicken legs and then stick them in a growing potion? That's awful. Of course I'm not going to murder a chicken just to get some legs. I'm developing a potion that should transform tree roots into chicken legs, but I haven't gotten it working yet. I'm hoping that since the hut now has a chicken brain, the mental energy will help shape the legs into chicken legs. Mind over matter. Thanks for your help today, boss. Now, what if I tried this? Did your hut just lay an egg? Cthulhu got a brown egg. This accessory for Baba generates chicken power at the beginning of each turn. It is now Christmas Eve, the 11th. Okay, we have to pick somewhere where we want to go. Post office, movies, assembly, soup kitchen. I'm not sure. I feel like going to the movies, I think. I suspect something funny might happen here. Cthulhu decides to go to the movie theater. Cthulhu, I didn't expect to see you here. I have a few free movie ticket vouchers you're welcome to have. Cthulhu receives 4 movie ticket vouchers. Each one is valid for any movie here. Since you've never been here before, let me tell you all about it. What's the movies that they're showing? Christmas Carol Night Before. The Nutcracker. 'Twas the Night. Oh, I see. Those are 4 different movies, not 2. Okay. This hallowed institute used to be one of Santa's workshops, but when he moved to his current place, it went into disrepair. But then a plucky young entrepreneur bought out the place and turned it into a full-time cinema. And the best part, they only play Christmas movies. That's the best part. The fountain. Why did you even come if you don't like Christmas movies? Boredom, mostly. What else was I gonna do? Something productive? So what's playing today? It's a version of the Christmas Carol where all the characters are played by dogs. Dogs. It's too late to go out now. Cthulhu and Crystal watch the dog movie. Inside the theater, Cthulhu finds a discarded shopping bag and loots the contents. Cthulhu got a snowy robe. This armor for Crystal boosts her ice damage. That sounds good. That was even worse than I expected. And I expected abysmal. I thought they'd at least dub the dogs. Dub dogs? 2 hours of barking. At least I learned a new method to drive someone insane. Don't give up on the theater just yet. Most of the movies are better than that dreck. I don't believe you, but it's not like I have anything better to do. Besides save my grandfather and Christmas. Yeah, but there's no hurry when more terrible Christmas movies remain to be seen. It is now Christmas Eve the 12th. Should we keep on with the movies? That was actually less funny than I expected. But let's keep going with it. Cthulhu decides to go back to the movie theater. I knew you'd come back. Nothing good was on TV. Well, we're in for a treat today. It's a romantic comedy about an ornament designer and a young mall Santa who travel through time. Seen it. No, you're thinking of the original. The remake just came out today. Let's get this over with. Cthulhu and Crystal watched the movie. That was not awful. What are you talking about? It was amazing! I love the scene where they had to hide in the closet from their future selves and it turns out he brought mistletoe. Or how about the scene where the kid from the future starts a chain reaction that wins them the Blue Grace? I'm not sure what that is. I thought the original was better. Get with the times, you old fogey. The original wasn't even in color. Perhaps, but you have to admit that the tap dancing was very impressive for individuals with only 2 legs. Have you seen tap dancing with more legs? You don't want to know what I've seen. So many legs, so many shoes. I'll stick with my movies, thanks. As Cthulhu leaves the area, he steps on something painful. Cthulhu got a sharp tentacle. This accessory for Cthulhu boosts his stats and taunts enemies. It is now Christmas Eve 13th. I ran into an old friend of Granddad, and he thinks that he has a lead on another member of the League of Christmas Evil. This is Bell Snickle. Our lawyers have demanded that we edit the following conversation. Hey, weren't you on popular TV show? I love popular TV show, especially when popular TV character does funny thing. That wasn't actually me, that was popular actor doing a popular TV character pretending to be me. Hey, did you know that I was on different popular TV show? It was just a TV playing your other game in the background shot, super easy to miss. What about me? Popular children's movie totally ripped me off. Our lawyers have okayed the rest of the conversation for public consumption. Spill the beans, Christmas hobo man. Where's the league holdup? I was in the land of the sweets, having a nice chat with my friend the Nutcracker when an army of mice stormed the place. The Nutcracker fought bravely, but their numbers were too great. She'll never crack nuts again. That's horrible. Clearly the Mouse King is behind this. We must stop him. If we must, we must. Although isn't the rat-filled dungeon typically the sewer dungeon? Sadly, we were unable to find an organic way of including a sewer dungeon in our Christmas-themed game. Please understand. Land of Sweets. I can't wait. We could turn up our adventure into a game. Fight a rat, eat a candy cane, win a battle, drink some hot cocoa, level up, devour a candy bar. That's the spirit. No point in adventuring on an empty stomach. Ha ha ha. Bell Snickle has joined your party. It is now Christmas Eve the 14th. The Land of Sweets is really the best place for a wandering traveler like myself. Stone soup is so much better when the stones are gumdrops. The percent of chocolate concentration in the hills here actually goes up and down with the passing of seasons. You haven't lived until you've eaten winter dirt. That's far too dark for me. I much prefer spring dirt. It's a light milk chocolate with just a hint of hazelnut. Let's have a picnic. Not a chance. Candy gives me gas. My dietitian has me on a strict diet of tormented souls. Ooh, these are tasty. Have a bite, cluck cluck. Hark. So where's this so-called Rat King? Mouse King. That's what I said. Cluck Cluck says she smells mice down the path that way. Let's go kill some giant mice, just like true RPG heroes. Okay. I'm actually going to save and quit here because this is the end of my first recording session. I was actually going to end the session right after... I defeated the first boss, or not the first boss. The first boss was a tutorial boss, but after we defeated the Yule boys, I was going to save and quit then. But it kind of turns out that the menu here is just inaccessible whenever you're in the town doing all of those relationship events. You just can't get the menu, so I was stuck until this moment. But now that I'm here, I'm able to save. But now, through the magic of time travel, also known as video editing, I am back here and ready for some more. It is a different day for me, and I'm ready to continue this incredibly stupid, and I mean that in the best of ways, very stupid game. Foul Fairy. Lies all the time, even in this description. Lovely. Okay, let's just, well, these things are actually pretty tough, aren't they? To be fair, I am starting this area, anew. I will be leveling up as I go through here, and I'll get a little bit stronger as we go. You know what? Actually, I just remembered something. Wow, everyone is 1 experience point away from leveling up. That's pretty remarkable. I forgot to use this party chat function after we got Baba Yaga. And if you don't talk to the party while they're at the Santa's Workshop location, you will never be able to see that particular piece of party dialogue ever again, because now it has changed now that I'm in a new area, so I'm sorry about that. I completely forgot. But let's go ahead and see what we have at this time. First a kid, then an old man. Why can't we ever get party members that are of an appropriate fighting age? Don't discount my years of experience. Why, if you need candy thrown or villains whipped, I'm your man. Hey boss, aren't you an old one yourself? Yes, but for an old one, I'm in the prime of my life. I won't be over the hill for another century at least. Okay, so I went to the right before. I suspect there might be something over here. Just going to keep on exploring. What is the description for these things? I say good day, Sir Ooze. Is that a reference to something? I guess that's a reference to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? I don't know. Yeah, we'll just do whatever. Is there a... Yeah, there we go. All enemies are attacked. Now everyone is leveled up. Oh, this was a dead end. I should not have backtracked to this location. Okay, yeah, let's get a move on. I'm probably going to say those words many times throughout this playthrough. Weak to ice, weak to stun. But there are no enemies here that are weak to stun and ice. Also, the description... Ugh, sentient vomit, better out than in. Okay, yeah, that's lovely. Blazing Aegis, the shield makes a great shield. Well, this is a nice attack, so yeah, we'll go ahead and use it on that thing. It did not get stunned. More ice. And then you do earth damage to everyone. And then I'll just take a bunch of hits. And lightning all of them at once. Okay. There's a way to the right that I cannot see, so let's just go back for just a moment. Oh, that was the wrong move. I thought that was the hit everything AoE. I'm not so smart. You know, another thing that I have forgotten about is the Unite abilities with Belschnickel. So, with Cthulhu and Belschnickel, we have Manliness. The entire party is defended for 1 turn. The percent charge shows up on all of these, so don't worry about that. Okay, so that just defends everyone, I guess. I'll check out the other ones on different battles. With the game being this easy, all of the various techniques that you can use in combat are more for just to see what the potential is, rather than it actually being useful. Oh wow, this is the first piece of armor I'm getting for Cthulhu. Interesting. I could have gotten armor for him earlier, but I made certain choices while in town that just happened to not result in me getting any armor, so I'm glad I found some. What is this? General Spider, veteran of 100 battles. Okay then. Sometimes those enemy descriptions are funny, a lot of the times they fall kind of flat. The ones that are funny are actually worth seeing though. I remember one specifically that really makes me laugh just thinking about it, but I'm not going to mention it until I see it. I wouldn't want to spoil the joke. Learn Berserk. It does a bunch of damage in return for a defense penalty until the next turn. It's actually pretty good. I kinda want to have that available. I'm not using this insane thing very often. Let's switch it out for the Berserk. I could heal, but I'm so tanky because of the difficulty that I probably don't need to heal, so let me just swap it out for the poison. Because I kinda like having the poison around. And I like having the tentacles hit all enemies, so that's a keeper. I could check out the abilities on my other party members as well, but it's not really that urgent. Let's just get on with it. I'm coding the Monty Python's Holy Grail movie now. Although the part that I'm coding is only in the extended version. What are these? Okay, I was just curious. That opening tentacle move is not actually very powerful, is it? Okay, ice damage up first. Damage all enemies. Damage all enemies. Now it's just the turtle thing left. Now how much is this going to do whenever I do it in Berserk mode? 267. That's not bad. I actually expected a little bit more. I think I can see the details on the ability. Oh yeah, whenever I use it in hyper mode, it's 300% physical damage instead of 200%. So yeah, it really was powered up. That thing is just very, very tanky, apparently. We're definitely going to run through all of the enemies until there's nothing left again because of me backtracking and looking for items here. I could do all void damage, or I could just do the Called Crack and Unite and be done with it. Don't have to think too hard about my strategy. Oh, I see a chest that I have missed. Now what is this? Ratty coat for Belschnickel. Protects against ailments. Immune to ailments. That's pretty good. So that means he can't be poisoned or disarmed or anything else like that. Speaking of Belschnickel, what does the Unite ability with Crystal, that's her name, what does it do? It heals the whole party. Okay, good to know. That one actually might be usable. I mean, they're all usable, but it might be useful later on for some of the boss fights, even though this is still pretty easy. Now, am I going to kill that thing that I just charmed? I guess I'll find out. Nope, it's still alive. Okay. So, it will do damage on my behalf here. Oh, it hit everyone at once. That was actually kind of cool. Okay, this will take that out. And that's that battle taken care of. Gives the unstoppable buff. So just so you know, the unstoppable buff makes it so that you will survive any attack with 1 HP left. But then whenever you trigger that, you lose the buff. Okay, I got a weapon for Belsnickel. That makes sense. Okay, so it's just a flat stat increase. Hit everyone. Hit everyone. Oh, wow. Okay, that was incredibly easy. I know that I was considering the possibility of cranking up the difficulty before, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I really do not care in the slightest. I'm just trying to get through this game as quickly as possible. Well, I'm trying to get through the combat portions of the game as quickly as possible, because the parts that I care about... I don't need to explain this every time. I've explained my reasoning before. That was a lot of XP. Was that the... Oh yeah, that was the last battle in this area. Okay, that explains why it was worth so much. Now, this goes to the right. Was there another way to go to the right down here? No, it's just that one area up the top. This area is kind of like Candyland, isn't it? It's a bubble gloop swamp or whatever, kind of. Except I think it's kind of a combination of multiple areas of that land, because I'm pretty sure there's like a candy cane area as well. And there's candy canes here. Magic robe for Crystal allows her to reuse the hot chocolate ability. Okay. So normally whenever you use abilities that don't specifically say that they're reusable, it disappears. Wait. Why is she wearing the fur robe even though I have this? I forgot to equip that. You know, this increases ice damage, and this just makes hot chocolate reusable. It gives more HP, but I don't really care about that. I'm gonna put the snow robe on. I can't help but be a little bit tactical whenever, like, the choice of doing the most effective thing is right in front of my face. How can I not? Even if I don't really need it, it's like, well, if I don't do the right thing here, I just feel stupid. Dazing Sword improves stun power. It might also be better than what I'm using. It definitely is. Disarm to the slash ability or stun inflict to everything, I presume. Stats are definitely way higher, so we're gonna put that on. I feel like there's an area across from here that I didn't get to, so let me quickly run back over here. Oh, this is a dead end. Sorry. Okay, occasionally I get stuck on weird positions in this game, and I'm not sure why. It's no big deal. It happened to me in the last video at one point as well. The mech says exterminate. Exterminate. We're going to exterminate you, so watch out. What in the holly and ivy is that thing? Our greatest creation, the Mouse Masher. For too long we have suffered under the foot of RPG heroes and that infernal nutcracker. We're more than just sources of easy XP. We have families and lives. And that nutcracker was the worst. Murderer of mice and nuts. And nothing we can do but die. But by working together, we can pilot this massive mech and destroy you all. Mouse Mashers makes it sound kinda like it's designed to mash mice. Bakak! Patience, Cluck Cluck. You can have all the mashed mice you want when we're done here. You know, for a game that claimed to be family friendly at the very start of this, they're a little bit bloodthirsty, aren't they? Or at least the ones who are not Crystal. Well, I guess Belschnickel is not bloodthirsty per se, he just likes to hit people because they deserve it. No, we shall do the mashing, not the other way around. You're going to want to change the name on that thing. Or, you would if I wasn't about to destroy it. You may be one of the deep ones, but we have the power of friendship on our side. That always works in these games. There are too many of us in this mech. And we're not actually friends. I'm just here because you threatened us. My tail is stuck. Don't listen to them. They're just lightheaded from the lack of oxygen in here. Enough talk, let's do this. Okay, so I don't know how necessary it is to think about my moves here. I'm going to poison them on my hyper move, which means that I will do my usual opener. Oh, in turn, he is poisoning me. Okay, I could give defense up to the entire party. That actually might not be such a bad idea. Yeah, let's do that. Everyone gets some extra defense. Ooh, Secret Santa causes the next ailment to power up. If I use this on Cthulhu, then that means his poison attack next round is going to be extra powerful. Look at me, I'm actually demonstrating some tactical gameplay for once, even though it's totally not necessary. Okay. What are the HP values on these guys? Mouse King, cute but deadly. He is weak to charm effects, apparently. That's worth knowing. I think we're just going to hit everyone with Baba Yaga, though. I'm not going to be utilizing her chicken abilities this time. Alright, time for the dreaded poison. Do I want to use the plague? Or... oh, I've not been equipping my items. I don't have the poison item. I still have the only... I only have the item that I started the game with. Yep, okay. Plague it is. Okay, so he took 120 damage on his turn, so that's pretty good. 120 damage per turn is nothing to sneeze at. Okay, no one's really actually hurt, so we're just going to... yeah, I'll just bash this thing so that it'll, I think it will drop from the poison whenever its turn starts, so that will be fine. And then if I use Mistletoe on the Mouse King... yep, he's charmed. And the Blazing Aegis is weak to ice, so I'll use an ice move here. There goes the spider. Okay, the turtle is still up. It would kind of be a waste for the Mouse King to waste his charmed attack against the Blazing Aegis whenever it is so weak already. Piercing Strike is something that I only just recently got, but I kind of skipped over it whenever I obtained it. I think it just ignores the enemy's defense, which will be useful for this particular enemy because it has extra defense, so I'll hit it with that. Oh yeah, 172 damage, that's massive. That was overkill, in fact. Let's actually heal Crystal because she's actually halfway down. Okay, Ice attack. Earth attack. I'll just use the reusable move for the moment. Ice damage. You know, I kind of want to finish it off with a Unite move, even though I definitely don't need to. Wow, I weakened its resistance to stun, and then I used a stun on it, and it still didn't get stunned. That's kind of surprising. Right, that's party ailment up. Temporary damage up. And then dark damage is chicken move, which I have no chicken power because I was not saving it up. You know what? I will throw another heal at her because I kinda want to get the final move with Cthulhu here. Okay, so the only Unite move that does massive amounts of damage to one particular enemy is the one with Cthulhu and Baba Yaga, and only if she charges up her chicken power. Okay, I'll commit to using the chicken power more frequently in the future. Well, during boss fights at least. In this situation, though, we're just going to hit it with a fully charged up Berserk attack. And that got the finishing hit. Throw gift. 80 to 200% physical damage, more damage with more used items. I wonder if it already counts as some items being used if I don't have very many of them equipped in the first place. I don't really have the time or the interest to test that. Power failing. Mouse friendship insufficient for continued operation. Total failure in 3, 2, 1. Squeak! I'm going to ask you one time before I feed you to this girl's pet. Where is Santa Claus? The other 4 League of Christmas Evil members never told me. Even they think that we're just vermin. Not good enough. Dinner time, cluck cluck. Cluck. The crazed eyes of Baba Yaga's chicken are the last thing the Mouse King sees before his mind mercifully shuts down. Well, that's a little bit dark. The eyes of a chicken? Who can say? There are only demons and fiends here. Bagok. It is now Christmas Eve the 15th. I'm going to wait. Oh. I thought for a second he was referring to a woman named Mr. Nutcracker, but no, that's not what he's saying. I'm going to miss Mr. Nutcracker. I journey to the land of sweets often to replenish my candy supply. You don't look like you'd have a sweet tooth. No, it's to give to the good children of the world. Good children get candy. Bad children get hit with my switch. So you go around beating random people's children. I underestimated you. Just the naughty ones that deserve it. They all deserve it. I knew I recognized you. You came to my hut last year and started attacking me. Deserved it. I'll show you who deserved it. Cluck cluck attack. Cluck cluck shows no inclination of attacking. Even the chicken knows I'm right. Maybe I've been misreading this whole Christmas holiday. I'm all for old guys beating up kids. And Santa's okay with this? Santa and I are actually close friends. It's true, Uncle Belsnickel has a permanent invitation for Christmas dinner at Granddad's house. And Santa's okay with the child abuse? As long as he doesn't have to do it himself, he has a reputation to preserve. It's a grave responsibility, but one I am happy to bear. So he's basically like the Kinderlumper from the Phineas and Ferb show, I guess. Except Christmas themed. Come clean, you're saying that you don't derive any pleasure from hitting kids with sticks. Belsnickel looks at Baba Yaga. maybe a little. It is now Christmas Eve the 16th. Ooh, we can start talking to Crystal and Baba again, as well as Belsnickel, and go to the mall, and the movies. Everything is refreshed. I don't know if we can go to everywhere. Let's, we'll find out. Let's start with Belsnickel because I've not hung out with him at all yet. Cthulhu decides to spend some time with Belsnickel. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, by the way, so if I'm not, then I apologize, but it looks like it's pretty simple to pronounce. Who knows? Cthulhu, it's good to see you. I was hoping that you'd come and visit me sometime. Really? You want to spend time with me? Is that so hard to believe? In fact, I have a little gift for you. Candy! Belsnickel throws a handful of candy up in the air. Weird man. Very weird. You should hand things to people like a regular person. Pick up the candy, if you dare. So that's how you're playing this? Fine. Hiya! Cthulhu lunges for a candy, but before he reaches it, his hand is struck by a whip. Throw again! Ouch! 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 Cthulhu, you've been very... I'm not going to comment on this. You've been very naughty. I'm not the one who just whipped someone for trying to get a piece of free candy. Besides, haven't you heard? I'm the good guy of this game. Be that as it may, rules are rules. Eat your candy, Cthulhu. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Mid-sentence, Cthulhu tries once more to grab a piece of candy. This time, the whip knocks the candy out of the way. Then a follow-up snap of the whip strikes Cthulhu right across the face. What is wrong with you? You don't want to know. I'm going to assume that this is more of like a commentary on the character that Belsnickel represents from real life than just weirdness that they made up for the game. Because I don't know who he's actually based on, or if he's a real character or what. I have no idea. And I'm not sure I want to know. I give up. Take your stupid candy. I'll buy my own at the store. Don't be like that. It's all in good fun. Here, take this one. Thanks. Ow! Again. Last time. I promise. On the way home, Cthulhu buys a whip to give to Belsnickel as a peace offering. A peace offering? That's ridiculous. I just wanted higher stats for better gear. Cthulhu got a stone whip. This weapon for Belsnickel boosts earth damage. It is now Christmas Eve the 17th. Yeah, this game depicts a lot of obscure things from around the world that are at least vaguely associated with Christmas, and some of them are very strange indeed. And there's more to come. Let's go with Belsnickel again. Cthulhu decides to visit with Belsnickel again. Cthulhu, just the person I wanted to see. Here, help me break this pork rib. Right, and then you'll just accidentally whip me when I'm reaching for it. No thanks. Perish the thought. The breaking of the pork rib is a solemn event that is completely unrelated to whipping. Fine, I'll break your pork rib for you. Make a wish. I wish this game was over soon so I could destroy the world and rule the apocalyptic wastelands. You weren't supposed to say your wish out loud. You got the short end, but don't give up yet. There's still the toss segment. Huh? On the count of 3, throw your piece to the rib as far as you can. You're making this up, aren't you? 1, 2, 3. What was that? I said throw the rib, not drop the rib. It's really slippery. So do I get my wish? Let's just say that you should cross your fingers and hope that the game didn't just go up in difficulty. Vertragen! I have no idea how I'm supposed to pronounce that word. The Chthonian speech, or whatever it's called, is supposed to have, like, unpronounceable guttural sounds to it, so I think I'm pretty safe to pronounce pretty much any word vaguely however I want, and I could argue that it's correct, so I don't really care. As Cthulhu is about to leave, Belsnickel makes a wish, and an accessory appears. Cthulhu got sweet candy. This accessory for Belsnickel boosts his stats. It is now Christmas Eve, the 18th. Okay, I could go with Crystal or Baba. I noticed that Belsnickel only got 2, scenes, even though it's the 3rd scene for both Crystal and Baba. I kinda want to follow up the mall storyline, actually. Cthulhu decides to go to the mall. Just the cephalopod I was hoping to see. Today is one of the biggest days we've had all year. Customers packed so tight that you couldn't swing a dead cat. No room to move your arms. I bet I could manage it. You've messed up every job so far, but this one is easy enough that even you can't botch it. You're gonna be running security. Sit in this office, watch the cameras, and push this button when you see a shoplifter. Got it. You'd better. I'm on thin ice with the higher-ups for hiring you. Oh, who am I kidding? They don't care. Cthulhu gets himself situated in the guard room. Cthulhu sees a shoplifter, but is so fascinated by his inept attempts at hiding the merchandise that the button remains unpushed. Another shoplifter appears, but they take one of those dolls that goes to the bathroom, so he figures that's punishment enough. Okay then. An honest shopper proceeds to pay for all of their merchandise. Cthulhu pushes the button to amuse himself. Of course. Day turns into night. Good work. I never would have caught those people you flagged, but every one of them was guilty. What? I mean, of course they were. I was kidding. You were wrong every single time. Take your paycheck and get out of my sight. Cthulhu got a plague tunic. This armor for Cthulhu boosts poison damage. Oh, you're still here? Change that. It is now Christmas Eve the 19th. I'm going to go to the pet store because I know that this is a particularly interesting one. Before I go in here, I'll just quickly say that a few specific encounters lead to you talking to characters who will be party members in the other Cthulhu game, and this is one of them. Cthulhu decides to go to the pet store. You look like a discerning individual. Can I interest you in a Pomeranian, a Shiba Inu, and how do I say this? A remote cat. Is that correct? I'm just browsing. Leave me be, feeble mortal, before I cause your brain to leak out of your ears. The owner decides that now would be a good time to tidy up other parts of the store. Cthulhu? Is that you? Pause. What are you doing here? Altharian slave traders caught me when I was separated from the rest of my crew. Several transactions later and I ended up here. Yeah, Pause is an alien from outer space that looks like a cat. They've been injecting me with a drug that suppresses my powers so I'm not able to break out myself. Please, you have to help me. What's in it for me? The satisfaction of helping out an alien in need? You're gonna have to try a lot harder than that. I'm locked up in a cat cage. I don't exactly have a lot to barter with. You know what I want. No, you wouldn't. I would. The Eltharian attachable ears that have been a holy relic in my family for generations. And I want them. No, that's non-negotiable. There has to be something else you want. Can you restore my power? I didn't think so. Please, be reasonable. When have I ever been reasonable? Fine, take them. Cthulhu got the cat ears. This item can inflict charm on an enemy. Now come on and get me out of here. I'm not really feeling it today. Maybe next time. You squid-brained old one, get back here. Cthulhu leaves the pet shop. It is now Christmas the 20th. Christmas Eve the 20th, I should say. I'm sorry, the week is almost over and I don't have any leads on our next target. I'm at a loss. Nothing to report, boss. Foolish followers, you just need to have faith in the narrator's ability to come up with a contrived reason to keep this video game going. Just then, a flying reindeer comes crashing into the ground in front of you. Right on cue. Robbie the reindeer? What happened to you? Oh dear. Yeah, this game is a little bit dark at times, as we've seen previously. The reindeer is bleeding heavily from several open wounds. Oh, it's terrible. Just terrible, Snow Maiden. All the reindeer have been locked up and are being treated horribly. We tried to fight back and escape, but I'm the only one who got out. And I'm afraid that they're treating the others even worse now. Who is responsible for this? It's Mary... Lude? She's always been... I have no idea how to pronounce that name. I can only assume it's from another language. She's always been jealous of us reindeer for being Santa's preferred mode of transportation with him out of the picture. Mary Lude? It's an undead skeleton horse. Try to keep up. Tentacled one, I beseech you, fly to my kinsmen post-haste and rescue them from Mary Lude. I don't know about any rescuing, but it would be my pleasure to grind that skeleton into dust. But first, we need to treat your wounds. Forget about me. The longer you wait, the more torment the other reindeer will receive. Well, you see, the narrator only lets us do one major thing a day before telling us to go to sleep. It's a bother. And since we've already talked to you today, we are quite stuck. So just let me treat your wounds and we'll go fight the Mary Lude first thing tomorrow. Well, if you put it that way, then I must accept your kind offer. No, there's no time for pointless acts of kindness. We must go to sleep now. Actually, there's a little time left, so if you wanted to... No! I will not save a pointless NPC just because I have nothing better to do. But... No buts. Now hobble over to that free clinic and receive the care that you urgently need sometime in the undisclosed future. Yeah, the game is going out of its way to remind you that Cthulhu is, in fact, evil at the end of the day. And with that, the day finally draws to a close.